probably do.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
All right. It don't make sense.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line.
Yeah.
They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Yeah.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate. This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
And 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle round field goal range.
range punt, go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky, and he finds his tight end, Graham. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jones throwing on 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 39-yard line.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Chicago Bears.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky.
What's he talking about? What is he talking about?
He'll go down right on the edge
edge of the
You gonna
red
get to
zone,
know him. You gonna get
following
to
a
know him,
pickup of
nigga.
about 7 or 8.
What?
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37.
I'm ready.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you
Who are you talking to?
now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Oh, that was Ricky playing. That's right.
These offenses seemingly still back in
Yeah,
the
Ricky, not better.
first
Not better.
half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run. Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, He was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line.
You don't.
2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Okay.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at about the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah, it doesn't make it faster, doesn't it?
Darnay Holmes makes the tackle.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2
Yeah, he does.
brings up 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Jones now throwing again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
We'll pick out so many songs.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Montgomery. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 33. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On second down, Montgomery. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now it's Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
22-yard line.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Montgomery, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They're on 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's complete to Golden Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on the pickup of 14.
That was on my head.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Trubisky. This to Graham on the short pass. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. With a hook up here to Allen Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
46-yard line. A 3-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run the counter. Patterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
I was up to 8:30 too.
Now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the play brings up 3rd down.
Trubisky. Flushed out right. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A gain of 5.
From the 41, Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he will have a Giants first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep.
This game be ugly, man. This game be ugly.
Seven yards, the pick up there.
Pass complete to Darius Slayton. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bears.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let it
get
pick
the end zone.
his football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
It's the 85 Bear defense.
Feeling like they're not.
It's 85 Bears. Like, I can't do nothing.
They're going to go for it on 4th. Jones will sneak it, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him.
What is
We remind you that coming up at halftime. We'll take you to our random Jonathan Coachman. Highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield.
Barefoot down. Nobody scored.
Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That's a throwaway.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds on the clock.
Right on the fix
this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt.
Out the way, no. I'm trying to get out the way. He still catches the ball. I'm up that punt.
Go for only 17 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you. Everyone back for number 3.
It's a test match.
First half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, he could use it. It's stuck it down there.
45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Patterson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's the run of Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing Jones. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these 2 teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter.
Oh, no, that's the hardest I ever got, bro. That's crazy.
Played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a
the hardest I ever got in my life.
You know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
You just gotta stay good, bro. You gotta stay
Fielded
down.
near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was a good
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Open man right side is Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram, and the Giants add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding a good target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone.
The Bears talking crazy in the
Oh,
chat.
mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
The Bears talking crazy in the
Coach
chat.
is insane,
I'm
doesn't
live
it?
right now.
When they
He's
see
talking
that
crazy.
happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving
Yeah. I see it pop up on the screen.
Position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
He said goodnight, Gummy Bears.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Patterson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Looking for Shepard deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 53
I was going to cover 6. I'll load it up a little bit.
Bears cut into that lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete.
He got that one.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Madden Burundi did that.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one. Maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments.
Bear talk about gummy bears.
For us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Thanks everybody for watching.